We've been talking for months about the possibility of vaccinating younger kids for coronavirus. Now it looks like it could actually happen.
This morning, the White House laying out a plan before FDA advisors to meet to review the vaccine. Cap KV's Ellie Nakamoto-White has a look at what this could mean for your kids.
28 million children in the country could now get vaccinated for COVID-19. While the vaccine is not approved for children younger than 12 at the moment, that's expected within the next couple of weeks. The White House says when the vaccine's approved, kids as young as 5 will be able to get their shots at their own doctor's office, at the pharmacy, and potentially even at school. One North Idaho pediatrician says she's confident the FDA won't approve anything until they're sure it's safe.
There's a lot of checks and balances with the immunizations as well. You have the ACIP, you have the CDC, all these people that meet together, the FDA, and then the state level as well has to approve it. So once the state levels have approved it, I'm sure it will not be a secret, and then parents can schedule their appointments.
Today, I spoke with a religious leader here in the Tri-Cities who says he understands parents' concerns.
We're being asked to change our relationship with the government and trust the government to have our best interest in mind and make decisions for our kids. I don't think that a lot of parents are comfortable with the government making decisions for their children.
Pediatricians say you don't have to leave that decision up to the government, but you should consider protecting your child as much as you can.
My job as a pediatrician is to give you the best advice and the best medical advice and the best scientific advice. And I think this is very safe for your child.
The Pfizer children's vaccine will have a dose and formula specifically made for their age group. Millions of teens ages 12 through 17 are safely vaccinated against COVID, and that's not to mention the now 189 million fully vaccinated Americans. In Richland, Ellie Nakamoto-White, Cap KVU, Local News.
Thank you, Ellie. Well, the FDA's Independent Advisory Committee will meet on October 26th, and the CDC's Independent Advisory Committee will meet in early November.
Well, the drama continues with WSU former head football coach Nick Rolovich. Of course, he lost his job for refusing to get vaccinated, giving up a multi-million-dollar salary that made him the highest paid Washington state employee. Now, Rolovich is reportedly planning to sue. His lawyer told ESPN that Rolovich got an exemption to the vaccine mandate, but the university couldn't figure out a way to let him do his job without being vaccinated. Now, he's claiming that the WSU athletic director, Pat Chun, decided back in April that he wanted Rolovich out. A statement from Rolovich's lawyer accuses Chun of discriminatory and vindictive behavior, saying his animus towards Coach Rolovich's sincerely held religious beliefs and dishonesty at the expense of Coach Rolovich is damning and will be thoroughly revealed in litigation. Now let's talk weather. We have a big storm coming our way.
We do have a big storm, and you may have heard bomb cyclone is on its way. Now, most of the bomb cyclone, yes, it will bring 100-mile-per-hour winds, but that will be in the center of the Pacific or just by us. We're going to be getting, though, the beneficiary of plenty of rain, which is very good. Let's take a look outside at our Legend Skycam network, and quite a bit of cloud coverage. But still, we saw plenty of sunshine today. Ooh, look at that, beautiful in Richland. So little bits of shower activity are floating around, and we could see just a quick drizzle tonight. But things should clear up overnight. But tomorrow evening specifically, we could see the beginning of 5 days straight of shower activity. 67 right now, staying warm. It's going to stay warm tomorrow, but we're going to definitely cool down when the bulk of the shower activity comes in. 58 already in Yakima. And today was a windy day. We'll see those winds slow down. I'll let you know all about the incoming rain and how it'll affect our areas in my full forecast coming up.
Well, many people, including me, got the Amber Alert on their phones early this morning, only to have police cancel it a few hours later. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell got some answers about what happened this morning.
Yakima police are searching for 30-year-old Rene Beza after they say he kidnapped his 3-month-old son and the boy's 29-year-old mother, who has a no-contact order against Beza from earlier this year when police say he violently assaulted her while she was pregnant.
This couple has a extensive history of domestic violence. The suspect is well known to us. We've had many incidents with him.
A 911 call came in about 9:15 p.m. Tuesday saying a woman and her child were being held against their will in a car traveling down West Nob Hill Boulevard. Police officers recognized the car and followed when the vehicle sped away.
And at the time, the sergeant was getting just bits and pieces of information, and so he was under the impression it was just a no contact order issue and a parenting issue. do.
The sergeant stopped the pursuit and the suspect took off on the freeway. But at the time, police didn't have all the information.
And there was a comment in there added that he had threatened to kill the child and the mother, but the officers never saw it because it was stacked up with all these other call comments.
After hours of searching, YPD asked the state to put an Amber Alert out at about 3 a.m. They got the information out on social media, but the alert didn't reach people's phones until about 7:30 in the morning.
We were all kind of shocked it was such a delay, but again, we're at the mercy of the state. We don't control that, so we can only request it.
Police got a call in the morning saying the woman and child were spotted near North 2nd and West Yakima Avenues.
And lo and behold, we found her and her child were safe.
Anyone with information about Baze's whereabouts should call 911 or contact the Yakima Police Department. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE, Local News.
They are reaching out to the state to figure out why exactly it took so long for that Amber Alert to go out.
Making national headlines tonight, a possible breakthrough in the search for Brian Laundrie. He told his parents more than a month ago that he planned to go for a hike in a Florida nature preserve. Investigators have been searching the wilderness for weeks trying to track him down. This morning, they found a body.
Earlier today, investigators found what appears to be human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie. These items were found in an area that up until recently had been underwater.
Laundrie returned alone in early September from a cross-country road trip that he started with his fiancée, Gabby Petito. Investigators say someone killed her in late August and left her body in the wilderness. Laundrie is considered a person of interest in Petito's death. Well, today, the 23-year-old who committed the worst high school shooting in American history pleaded guilty to all the charges against him. ABC's Rena Roy has a look at what happened in the courtroom today and what comes next.
To count one of the indictment, murder in the first degree of victim Luke Hoyer. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
One by one, 23-year-old Nicholas Cruz pleading guilty to 17 counts of murder and 17 counts of attempted murder in a Florida courtroom Wednesday morning.
I am very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. And I am doing this for you, and I do not care if you do not believe me.
The pleas come with no conditions, and prosecutors still plan on seeking the death penalty, but this would spare families of the victims from enduring a likely lengthy trial. Cruz was also asked a long list of questions to assess his mental competency.
Are you having any difficulty understanding anything that's going on here today?
No, I understand what's going on.
Officials say Cruz returned to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School over a year after being expelled, armed with an AR-15 rifle, gunning down 14 students and 3 staff members. 17 other people were also injured.
White male, burgundy shirt, wearing a black hat, and either long black pants or shorts. He mixed in with a group of students that were running westbound.
17-year-old Joaquin Oliver was one of the victims. His father telling ABC News whether Cruz gets life or death won't change his pain.
It's not even close to what the worst punishment this guy will receive. So I think that justice will be just ending the chapter.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
The guilty plea means that the case itself will not go to trial, but a jury will have to determine what punishment is appropriate. Jury selection is scheduled to start in January, and because so many people know about the shooting, lawyers will likely have to screen thousands of people in order to find 12 who can sit on that jury.
Well, here in Washington, Attorney General Bob Ferguson is suing an Oregon company, accusing them of sending illegal robocalls to tens of thousands of people between 2017 and 2019. Ferguson says Global Grid Telecom placed robocalls to thousands of CenturyLink phone customers, ironically offering subscriptions to a robocall blocking service they called Max Command. Ferguson says the Max Command actually didn't prevent robocalls and telemarketers. In fact, it didn't do anything that CenturyLink wasn't already doing. And most of the people that Global Grid Telecom called were already on the federal do not call list.
Goodness.
It's quite a case.
That's quite a case, you're right. Let's take a live look outside, everyone. We have plenty of showers on the way. I'll let you know when to expect it in my full forecast coming right up.
And still ahead on Cap KV Local News at 5, new cars are in short supply. One local woman, though, got a new truck for the price of a rubber duck. We're talking about that next.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar October 21st at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
You know the name. You've heard the song. But until you've seen it live, you haven't experienced the magic of cats. It's the memory shared by millions. Cats.
Coming to the Ritter & Company Theater in the Toyota Center November 1st. Tickets available at the Toyota Center box office or at Ticketmaster.com.
Hi, folks. Medicare recipients are now entitled to dentures, unlimited transportation, home-delivered meals, and your zip code may have coverage with the Give Back benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every month. Millions of people have trusted the Medicare coverage helpline. You can too. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-663-1731. That's 1-800-663-1731 now. Family fitter, bath fitter, style fitter, bath fitter, you fitter, bath fitter. We install beautiful tubs that fit perfectly over your old one with no mess or demo. Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. It just fits. Bath Fitter. Bath Fitter is hiring installers. We're a growing company with a strong culture and great benefits. Find out where you fit at joinbathfitter.com.
I'm Jared Sessler. Nemo Residio means nobody left behind in Latin. It's heartbreaking to know that in Afghanistan, Americans and our allies were abandoned behind enemy lines. This is a national disgrace like we've never seen before. Today, as your neighbor, and tomorrow in Congress, I will stand firm to ensure this never happens again. Go to jaredsessler.com today to contribute. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Our enterprise solutions would cut your monthly operational costs in half. Taylor, it would pay for itself in 6 months. So, what do you think? One more time? I'll go one more time.
Your employees work hard for you. Give them a health plan that works harder for them. From Primera Blue Cross, with more options to fit your business needs and budget. Because your employees depend on it. Find your plan at business.primera.com.
How do you keep your kids safe? And are schools open? Have your child participate in COVID-19 testing if your school is offering it. Students can do most tests themselves. It doesn't hurt. And it's completely free. You can feel better knowing you're protecting your child's health and those around them. Now you just have to worry about them doing their homework. Participate in COVID-19 testing and help stop the spread.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar October 21st at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Good morning, Northwest.
Because you need to know before you go.
Welcome back, everyone, and take a look at this. A semi-truck driver on State Route 395, right as you're getting into Kennewick, had to make a sudden stop, and this happened. The truck stopped, but the entire load of steel beams kept going right through the cab. Out the front windshield. Amazingly, State Patrol says in all this, the driver is just fine.
The driver may need to buy a lottery ticket tonight.
I was just thinking that, yes.
Well, speaking of more or less lottery tickets, the winner of the Mid-Columbia Duck Races got a sweet new ride today. The winner was presented a 2021 Toyota Tacoma from Toyota of Tri-Cities. This year marked the 33rd annual Mid-Columbia Duck Races. Jennifer Musick purchased a single duck for the race, and her duck was the winner.
Presenting someone with a brand new vehicle is always a very exciting thing to do. Our winner this year was very excited about doing it, and that's just very gratifying to see.
Very cool. More than 18,000 ducks raced for more than 30 prizes on September 25th. The event brought in over $100,000 in net proceeds. All the money goes to local Rotary clubs and is used to fund community service projects and scholarships. Well, hey, do you know a community volunteer who goes above and beyond? Well, STCU and Cap KV Local News are looking for these very special people, and we're asking you to tell us about them and how they're making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties. Every couple of months, we choose a volunteer to profile on Cap KV Local News, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 gift. Go to yaktrynews.com, click on contests, and follow the instructions.
Well, check this out. We got to see one of our neighbors on ABC's Live with Kelly and Ryan this morning.
Let's say hello to Teresa Harper from Yakima, Washington.
Teresa won a mug from the show because the hosts got a little sidetracked and they ran out of time for that portion of the segment. But that's okay because the second half of Good Vibes Trivia had an even bigger payoff.
Okay. You're playing for a $1,000 gift card to Butcher Box, Teresa. You have 20 seconds and only one guess.
Okay, Teresa, here we go. On yesterday's show, what kind of dog did we say stowed away in their owner's luggage when they were leaving for a trip to Las Vegas? 20 seconds and one guess.
It was a 5-pound Chihuahua.
Not even a second of hesitation. Congratulations to Teresa Harper. Hey, you can catch Live with Kelly and Ryan weekday mornings at 9 right here on Cap KView. And we are looking ahead to a lot of snow in the mountains this weekend. That's great news for the drought, but it could also raise the risk for people eager to hit the slopes. The Northwest Avalanche Center is reminding everybody to be careful because an avalanche right now could be even more dangerous than usual because there's still so many rocks and trees exposed up there.
Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today, and very nice sunsets are on the way throughout our areas. But we are preparing for days of rain to come. So wet northwest, this is happening tomorrow. So the snow is well up into Canada for tomorrow, but plenty of shower activity. And in the evening hours, it will include our areas. So just get ready for kind of the start. Again, this is the bomb cyclone that is out in the Pacific, and we're getting the remnants of those showers. The winds should be not much of a factor. So as we look at our futurecast, overnight tonight, we'll have a hint of clouds, until we get to tomorrow night. And then we're going to see shower activity throughout our areas. But then it will get a bit more intense as we get to Friday morning. This is pretty darn heavy rain coming in very early on Friday morning. Tri-Cities, Blues area getting shower activity. Then it's going to be moving on and then just kind of remnants of showers. But then we're going to be getting hit on Saturday, on Sunday, on Monday and Tuesday. So plenty of shower activity is on the way. It's not going to solve our drought problem, but it is going to be a nice start in the right direction. 67 right now in the Tri-Cities, mostly in the 60s, but Yakima 58, Ellensburg and Dayton at 55. So pretty chilly there. So we've seen some very heavy winds today. They're starting to actually slow down, believe it or not. 21 still in Toppenish. Other than that, quite a few mid-teens, and we're starting to see lighter winds along the Blue Mountain region. Winds will slow down as the evening goes on, so we shouldn't be shackled with too much wind. So overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies, overnight lows mid to lower 40s, a couple upper 30s in there, but still well above that freezing mark. As we head into our Thursday, my goodness, we are moving along in the week. We're going to see sunshine in the morning, but then building clouds as we get to the evening hours, with those showers very likely after sundown and then very much so into Friday morning. So our 7-day forecast, so we are going to be cooling down as we get to Friday, Saturday, and into the next couple of days. And it looks like showers could actually persist into Wednesday. So plenty of showers on the way. And folks, it's going to be kind of steady, right around 60 degrees with shower activity. In the Yakima region, expect pretty similar conditions. We're going to be in those mid-50s starting on Saturday. And look at these percentages of showers. So do get ready for showers starting tomorrow night, and then pretty much off and on with heavy showers at times through at least Tuesday.
Thanks, Jason. A medical breakthrough could save thousands of lives and improve thousands more. We're talking about a transplant that has doctors and researchers buzzing. That's next.
We have heat, smoke, and the rise of COVID. Don't be scared. Be careful.
Next, ET, we're with the honorees at the Elle Women in Hollywood red carpet.
I was very moved.
Plus, our one-on-one with Meghan McCain holding nothing back. Next, ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
Saturday,
The Oregon Ducks travel to Pasadena for a Pac-12 battle with UCLA. The Ducks and the Bruins on ABC College Football. Saturday starting at 12:30 only on Cat KView.
Allie, Angelina, Salma. From the pages of Elle to the red carpet, Extra is with the Power Women as they are honored together. What Allie confessed about her man and her gritty new film. Next, Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cat KView.
Hi, I'm Justin Gill. I'm a nurse practitioner at Providence Walk-In Clinics in Everett, Washington. Getting vaccinated for COVID-19 is extremely important. We know that it does not cause infertility. It does not make you metallic or magnetic. It does not lead you to get COVID-19. We cannot take our healthcare system for granted. We all are a part of this in resolving the pandemic. I need patients to work with us to be able to keep us safe and to keep them safe.
Enjoy Eastern Oregon's premier resort destination. At Wild Horse Resort and Casino, discover Vegas-style gaming, championship golf, a family funplex, and more. And right now, it's the $60,000 Gems of the Jungle. Spend to win up to $6,000 cash or free play every 30 minutes, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2 grand prize winners win up to $25,000 each on October 31st. And it's all happening at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
An official message from Medicare.
What's up? Mary and I just compared Medicare plans. Found one that's going to save us money all next year. James, I told you it was open enrollment. Yes, you did. We use the plan finder at Medicare.gov. Oh, I see what you mean. Makes it easier to compare health and prescription plans. They sure can change year to year.
Compare plans now at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th.
Hey, honey, let's take a look.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Enjoy nonfiction food truck favorites for your private holiday catering events. Don't wait until the last minute. Book now. And you can also try us out for lunch Tuesday through Saturday. Find our daily locations posted on our Facebook page at Nonfiction by J. Bookwalter. Serving up delicious lunch on site, or call in orders and have your lunch waiting for you when you arrive. On weekends, find us at local breweries, wineries, and local events throughout the Tri-Cities and surrounding areas. Nonfiction food truck, inspired, stylish, locally driven for all your holiday catering events.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Annie Montgomery, Rose Quirk, Sandy Shilton, Ron Baker, just a few SDCU Volunteers Count winners. If you know someone making a difference in Franklin or Benton counties, click on Volunteers Count under the Contests and Promotions tab at yakjoinnews.com and nominate them today.
Well, big news in the medical community tonight. Researchers at NYU say they managed to use a pig's kidney for an organ transplant experiment, and it worked. Now, the details, we have to warn you, may be a little disturbing. So when it comes to organs, pigs are biologically a lot like people, but their cells have a certain type of sugar in them that humans don't. And so far, that's made it impossible to do transplants. But scientists genetically modified a pig to get rid of that extra sugar. Then they took one of its kidneys and hooked it up to human blood vessels. The lab only kept the experiment going for a couple of days, but they say the kidney worked exactly the way it's supposed to, and the human immune system didn't seem to have a problem with it.
The CDC is warning everyone not to eat red, white, or yellow onions made from Chihuahua, Mexico, because they're blamed for a salmonella outbreak that so far sent almost 130 people to the hospital. More than 600 have gotten sick across 37 states, and the CDC says if you don't know where your onions are from, you may want to throw them out just to be safe.
Oh, good reason to get all onions.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect reason. Let's do a final look at weather when we come back.
Good morning, Northwest.
Because you need to know before you go.
You know the name, you've heard the song, but until you've seen it live, you haven't experienced the magic of Cats. It's the memory shared by millions. Cats.
Coming to the Red Wing Company Theater in the Toyota Center November 1st. Tickets available at the Toyota Center box office or at Ticketmaster.com.
It's always a great time to buy a new Honda from your Southeastern Washington Honda dealers. With many new Hondas arriving daily, your Southeastern Washington Honda dealers can show you all available inventory, whether it's in stock or on the way. That way, you can pre-order the model, color, and options you want, and when your new Honda arrives, you can pick it up the very same day. And with used cars still in record high demand, your trade-in is worth more now than ever. See all your savings at scwashingtonhondadealers.com.
Get that perfect clean air you seek at home. With a home comfort system from your local Lennox dealer, you can make your indoor air as clean as it can possibly be.
Feel more energized, healthier, and comfortable in your environment.
Welcome to the great indoors. Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Bruce Heating and Air today.
We've all had that annoying neighbor.
Neighbor favor. You mind if I borrow your station wagon?
And this one may just break the Goldbergs.
Howdy, neighbor.
What time is it?
It is 6:31 in the glorious morning.
A new Goldbergs, ABC tonight.
Over 18 million are loving the Wonder Years. And new tonight, a church sleepover brings a chance.
We're going because of the girls.
For romance.
I love your elbows. You notice.
The Wonder Years. New tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Why did you choose Sunset Gardens?
I had Skip's urn at home for 2 years. In my mind, when Skip passed and I had him cremated, that urn was always going to be at home. But what I realized is that there was no closure. So in placing him and giving him that honor, I know that his spirit is now soaring where it should be, and mine is soaring where it should be.
See what makes Sunset Gardens the perfect choice for your loved ones.
Climbing mountains is very difficult. The reality is that hard alpine climbs require effort, and oftentimes it's easy to give up. One of the advantages of Smart Law is that we're willing to continue to fight, oftentimes to the bitter end.
We push through. We push through with you so that you can get over those trials and to the top of your mountain.
We have the assets, we have the resources, and more importantly, we have the experience to try those cases, and we will never quit until we obtain what our client is entitled to.
Well, trending tonight, the view from our cameras may look a lot different by the weekend. We're keeping our eyes on several storms that are developing over the Pacific right now. One of them so strong, it's been dubbed a bomb cyclone. Now that's going to bring extreme snow to the mountains and then heavy rain to our area. So take a look at this. There's a big ball of cold air in the North Pacific, a big surge of warm air that's coming in from the west. When they hit, the pressure is going to drop and create a vacuum effect. And that basically explodes into something that looks a lot like a powerful hurricane. It's going to reach all the way from the Pacific to here. Jason, I'm excited to see what this storm brings in.
Well, and this isn't a tropical storm, right? So tropical storms or hurricanes can increase in power. Right. This is one that won't increase in power. It will get to its, again, 100 miles per hour winds in the center of it. Let's take a look again outside. I'll just quickly move over to what we're expecting tomorrow. So we are going to be seeing evening showers, but the coast is going to get hit pretty hard. Now, the snow elevation is in Canada right now, but we do have chances of seeing some more snow into the Cascades over the weekend, but it does look at this point that Snoqualmie Pass will be okay in getting mostly rain.
That's good for all the Kraken fans.
So we'll keep an eye out on that.
All right, World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We'll see you back here for Cap KVU Local News at 6.
Over 18 million are loving the Wonder Years. And new tonight, a church sleepover brings a chance.
We're going because of the girls.
For romance.
I love your elbows. You notice.
The Wonder Years. New tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
The suspense and the cash winnings build all month long during Legends Casino Hotel's Witchy Rich drawings in October. Start out with 4 chances to win $2,000 on the first Thursday. Then more money is added to the Witch's Brew each week with 4 spine-tingling chances to win $16,000 on the last Thursday of the month. Use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Get Witchy Rich in October and win your share of $120,000. Only at Legends Casino Hotel within winning distance.
Next live, Bill Pullman. And October 29th, it's Live's Out of This World Halloween.
It's going to be such an incredible show.
It's already gone to our heads.
Tomorrow morning at 9 on Gap KU.
Tonight, breaking news in the Gabby Petito case, the hunt for Brian Laundrie, and what authorities have now found. The FBI saying possible human remains have been discovered at a nature park near Brian Laundrie's home in Florida. Authorities discovering personal items, including a notebook and a backpack, too, and why his parents were at the search area this morning before the discovery. Also, the major news coming in tonight on boosters. The FDA now authorizing boosters for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson and saying it is safe for Americans to mix and match boosters. The CDC expected to sign off, and what we're also learning about preparations to vaccinate 28 million school children 5 to 11 as soon as the vaccine is authorized. The very difficult scene playing out in court today. Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz pleading guilty to 17 counts of murder. The names of the victims read aloud, what Nicholas Cruz said to the families, and how the parents are responding tonight. This evening, reports of movement on Capitol Hill on President Biden's domestic agenda. What stays in the bill, what goes? Universal pre-K, expanding Medicare, vision and hearing, so far surviving. Rachel Scott live on the Hill. And Robin Roberts tonight with the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, on reports 2 years of free community college will not survive in the bill. The frightening moment on the highway, a police officer on the scene of an accident blindsided by a speeding car. We do have news on his condition tonight. Also news this evening about a major medical breakthrough. Surgeons successfully transferring a pig kidney to a human patient and what this could mean. Doctors telling the 95-year-old Queen Elizabeth that she needs rest. The Queen canceling her trip and what she's now saying. Also, word coming in tonight of an attack on a U.S. base overseas, what we've learned, and the walkout at Netflix.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night. And we begin tonight with the FBI before the cameras late today in the Gabby Petito case, this month-long search now for Brian Laundrie. A short time ago, the FBI confirming investigators have found what appears to be human remains, along with Laundrie's backpack and notebook, all of it not far from his family home in Florida. Cruz had searched the Carlton Nature Reserve many times before, but this discovery was in a nearby nature park that until recently had been underwater. Today, the county medical examiner was called to the scene along with a cadaver dog. Petito and Laundrie had been documenting their cross-country trip, posting videos on social media when she disappeared. Laundrie returned home to Florida without Petito. His parents have said he left to go hiking more than a month ago. And we also learned that police were informed last night that Brian Laundrie's parents would be joining the search today. ABC's Trevor Ault leads us off on the ground in Florida tonight.
Tonight, a major discovery in the month-long search for Gabby Petito's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie.
Earlier today, investigators found what appears to be human remains, along with personal items, such as a backpack and notebook belonging to Brian Laundrie.
Investigators uncovering those remains and items in an area of Florida's Myakkahatchee Creek Environmental Park that was previously underwater. The FBI now working to determine if the remains are in fact human and if it's Brian Laundrie.
I know you have a lot of questions, but we don't have all the answers yet. We are working diligently to get those answers for you.
Today, the Sarasota medical examiner and a cadaver dog on the scene, along with Laundrie's parents. Their attorney saying the FBI and local police were informed last night of Chris and Roberta Laundrie's plan to help with the search this morning. And it was after a brief search off a trail Brian frequented that some articles belonging to Brian were found.
Gabby Petito never goes outside.
The Laundries reported Brian missing more than a month ago, September 17th, 2 days after he was named a person of interest in Gabby Petito's disappearance. This summer, the couple had been on a cross-country road trip, sharing their seemingly happy travels on social media.
Did he hit you though?
I guess, yeah, but I hit him first.
But on August 12th, police body camera footage capturing the pair after an altercation in Moab, Utah. And on September 1st, Laundrie returned to his parents' Northport, Florida home without Petito. Her family reporting her missing September 11th.
We love her very much. We miss her and we want her to come home.
Neither Laundrie nor his parents spoke with authorities in the search for Petito. Her body found September 19th near Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. The county coroner ruling she'd been murdered weeks prior.
We find the cause and manner to be death by strangulation, and manner is homicide.
And David, the medical examiner has not yet given a timeline for identifying these remains, but the FBI says they'll likely be out at the scene for several more days, continuing to comb through this park in search of more evidence. David?
Trevor Ault leading us off tonight. Trevor, thank you. And now to that major news on boosters tonight. Late today, the FDA authorizing boosters for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. And the FDA also saying it is safe to mix and match booster shots. The CDC advisory panel now meets. They typically sign off rather quickly after the FDA. It also comes as the White House now rolls out its plan to get millions of doses of the Pfizer vaccine for children 5 to 11 the moment regulators give it the green light. Children will get 2 shots 3 weeks apart, and each of those shots will be about a third of the adult dose. The vaccine for children, once approved, will be available at doctors' offices, pharmacies, and potentially even at schools. And tonight also news, Americans eligible for boosters now. That group could soon be widened to include everyone 40 and older. Here's Whit Johnson.
Tonight, the FDA officially authorizing booster shots for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson and allowing Americans to mix and match any of the 3 vaccines as a booster. The Moderna booster for the same population as Pfizer after 6 months for people 65 and older and those at high risk due to health or where they work. J&J boosters after 2 months for anyone over 18. And that green light for people who want to boost with a different brand of vaccine.
What people are seeing with our mix and match study is also that if you boost with a Johnson & Johnson vaccine, the numbers didn't come out quite as high as if you boosted with an mRNA vaccine like the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine.
One study suggesting giving J&J recipients a different vaccine booster could produce higher antibody levels. In Illinois, music teacher Susan McCarsky got the Johnson & Johnson 1 shot. She cares for an elderly parent and a grandchild, another reason she's eager to get her booster.
The Moderna or Pfizer might be a better response, and Moderna was slightly even higher than Pfizer. Either one would probably be okay with me, but why not get the best if it's available?
And tonight, the White House rolling out its plan to get the Pfizer vaccine to 28 million children ages 5 to 11, starting in early November.
Should the FDA and CDC authorize the vaccine, we will be ready to get shots in arms.
Once regulators sign off, millions of doses will ship out to 25,000 doctors' offices, tens of thousands of pharmacies, community and school clinics. The goal, to make getting a vaccine shot easy and convenient for families.
A lot of parents always are a little extra careful about their children and want to turn to their trusted voices, pediatricians among them. And so the White House is working with pediatricians, among others, to make sure that these vaccines are available where parents want them.
You ready? She's going to count for me, okay?
2, 3.
The dose for younger children will be a third of the amount given to adults. To make it easier for doctors and providers, the vaccine packaging will come with smaller needles and include color-coded caps on the vials, purple for those 12 and older, orange caps for kids 5 to 11.
If we can get the overwhelming majority of those 28 million children vaccinated, I think that would play a major role in diminishing the spread of infection in the community.
That's on child vaccinations. Let's get back to these boosters tonight with Johnson and with the FDA saying yes to boosters. The CDC now meeting. So what's the timeline here? And what's this news? Boosters potentially soon for everyone 40 and older.
David, that CDC advisory panel will vote on recommendations for boosters tomorrow. Then the CDC director will give the final sign-off, and millions more Americans could be eligible by this weekend. And as you noted, there are reports that the FDA is also considering booster shots for anyone 40 and older, but that likely won't be addressed until next month. David?
All right, Whit Johnson with us tonight. Whit, thank you. We're going to turn now to that very difficult scene playing out in a Florida courtroom today. Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz taking responsibility in one of the worst school shootings in U.S. history. Cruz standing there pleading guilty to 17 counts of murder and then speaking directly to the heartbroken parents in that courtroom. Tonight, how the parents reacted, and ABC's Victor Akendo was there.
Standing before the judge, the Parkland school shooter listened as every victim's name was read, every count listed, and made his plea.
Count 16, murder in the first degree of Jamie Gutenberg. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Count 17, murder in the first degree of Peter Wang. How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Anguished families of the victims wiping away tears. Then Nicholas Cruz spoke directly to them for the first time.
I am very sorry for what I did, and I have to live with it every day. And that if I were to get a second chance, I will do everything in my power to try to help others. And I am doing this for you, and I do not care if you do not believe me. And I love you, and I know you don't believe me, but I have to live with this every day.
Gina Rose Montalto, just 14 years old when she was killed in the shooting. Her father, Tony, says watching Cruz speak was painful.
Was probably the most uncomfortable thing, well, second most uncomfortable thing we've ever had to do. First one would be hugging our daughter's lifeless body.
Prosecutors then laid out their case that on Valentine's Day in 2018, Cruz, armed with an AR-15 rifle, took an Uber to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School just as classes were letting out. Parents listening as they recounted the 17 murders in gruesome detail.
Luke Hoyer, 15 years old, was shot twice, and he died of his wounds.
Luke's mom, Gina, reliving the pain of the loss of her son.
We miss him dearly. He should be here today, and we're just still in shock. We're glad today has come this way, and we're hoping for accountability of the death penalty.
And now comes the penalty phase for Nicholas Cruz. Beginning in January, thousands of potential jurors will be screened until it's down to 12 who will ultimately decide his fate, life in prison or the death penalty. Death would have to be unanimous. David?
All right, Victor, thank you. We turn next tonight to news of movement this evening on President Biden's domestic agenda. Democrats and Republicans have already agreed to a bipartisan infrastructure bill to fix roads, bridges, and create jobs. Now Democrats are still negotiating the other bill. Tonight, word the price tag is coming down significantly from the original $3.5 trillion. Universal pre-K and expanding Medicare, vision and hearing still in. But what's out? Robin Roberts with the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, tonight reacting to movement on the president's plans, and Rachel Scott on the Hill again.
Tonight, with pressure mounting to reach a deal, the president traveling to Pennsylvania to sell his domestic agenda.
This has been declared dead on arrival from the moment I introduced it. But I think we're going to surprise them because I think people are beginning to figure out what's at stake.
The president holding marathon meetings with progressives, then moderates. The White House says the window for finalizing a package is closing.
Everyone is going to have to compromise if we're going to find that legislative sweet spot we can all get behind. Nobody will get everything they want.
Sources tell us the president told progressives the price tag has to drop from $3.5 trillion to just under $2 trillion. And to get the bill across the finish line, sacrifices would need to be made. The bill would still cover funding for child care, elder care, universal pre-K, and Medicare expansion for vision and hearing. But paid family leave may be less than what the president wanted. 4 weeks instead of 12. And the $300 monthly child tax credit may only be extended for 1 more year.
Is that enough to you?
As far as I'm concerned, a 1-year expansion is a death sentence for the child tax credit. I see it as a grave miscalculation.
We're told the president also informed members a plan for tuition-free community college would likely be dropped from the final package, a key Democratic priority championed by the First Lady. She spoke with Robin Roberts today.
And I don't have to tell you that some people are concerned with the social spending bill that is being reported that free tuition at community college may have to be taken out of the bill. For families that were hoping for that,
I know.
What would you say to them?
I would say we're not giving up. We are not giving up. This is round one. This is year one. I'm going to keep going. So that there's hope because we're going to get this done.
And David, another setback for Democrats tonight. Republicans blocking voting rights legislation once again. The vice president told me tonight they are undeterred by this. Democrats do plan to bring another bill named after the late John Lewis to the floor as early as next week, but they still do not have the Republican support they need to move forward. David?
All right, we'll be watching for that, Rachel. Thank you. And you saw Robin Roberts with the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden there. Robin will have much more of her interview tomorrow on Good Morning America, including their very moving discussion on breast cancer awareness. In the meantime, tonight, we're going to turn to the breaking headline from the NFL. The league now agreeing to changes to its $1 billion concussion settlement program, altering the way claims for compensation are now evaluated. eliminating the controversial practice of race norming, which critics claim made it harder for black players to qualify for payouts. ABC News reporting on this for some time now, and now major changes. Here's ABC's Janae Norman tonight on what this new deal means for former players and their families.
Tonight, the NFL and its former players have reached an agreement to change the way concussion claims are evaluated. The new terms meant to be filed under seal, but ABC News learning that in that 46-page document, the NFL and other parties state that no race norms or demographic estimates, whether black or white, shall be used in the settlement program going forward. In June, the NFL pledging to end the use of the controversial practice of race norming, a neuropsychological tool that when used in these cases assumes black players start at a lower cognitive level than white players, often making it harder, critics claim, for black former players and their families to qualify for compensation for head injuries sustained during their careers. Today's news coming after an ABC News investigation uncovered emails from several clinicians who evaluated players saying they felt pressured to apply race-based adjustments to former players' cognitive test scores that, quote, bottom line, do discriminate against black players. The prominent attorney who negotiated the landmark settlement in 2013 later apologizing to his own clients in an exclusive interview.
I was wrong. I'm really sorry that anybody, any client of mine in this program has been made to feel that way. That was a big mistake. It was a failure of the system.
Two black former players, Kevin Henry and Najee Davenport, filed suit against the NFL last year, accusing the league of avoiding paying head injury claims based on a formula that discriminates on the basis of race. That suit was eventually dismissed, but not before the judge ordered the NFL and attorneys for former players into mediation to address the concerns raised about race norming.
I'm banged up. I'm beat up. And the part that you don't see is up here. You don't see how my brain is beat up. They don't hit me less or harder because I'm black.
A spokesperson for the NFL stating this summer that while they are committed to eliminating race-based norms in the program and more broadly in the neuropsychological community, there is no merit to the claim of discrimination.
And David, the settlement agreement stating the league will automatically rescore all eligible tests of retired players for whom those race-based norms were applied. That could mean millions of dollars of additional payouts for former NFL players and their families. David.
All right, Janae, really important reporting from you and the team on this. Thank you. Overseas tonight, the U.S. military base has been attacked in Syria. A U.S. official confirming that there has been a coordinated attack on the U.S. base at Tanf in Syria near the border with Jordan. The attack now over, and they say with no U.S. injuries or deaths. When we come back here tonight, a police officer on the scene of an accident, blindsided by a speeding car. The images and news on his condition tonight. And the Queen has been told by doctors she needs rest.
With less moderate to severe eczema, why hide your skin? If you can help heal your skin from within. With Dupixent, adults saw long-lasting, clearer skin and significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. Talk to your doctor about Dupixent.
Airwick scented oils are infused with natural essential oils to create authentic seasonal scents that fill your home with holiday spirit all season long. Connect to nature this season.
Gotta do the things to do this way.
You pour your heart into everything you do, which is a lot. So take care of that heart with Lipton. Because sipping on unsweetened Lipton can help support a healthy heart. Lipton. Stop chugging, start sipping.
With laser-measured floor liners and cargo liners, bump step, plus the cup phone to secure your phone, seat protectors, or no-drill mud flaps. WeatherTech's American-made products are perfect protection for any season. Order at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech, made right in America.
Tonight, the difficult images of a police officer struck and injured on the scene of a crash in Atlanta. The officer taking photos on the shoulder of I-75, and then you see the images, hit by a speeding car. The driver was cited after this accident right here. That officer tonight is now recovering. There's also news of a major medical breakthrough tonight. For the first time ever, surgeons in New York transplanting a pig's kidney into a human patient with no signs of rejection. The patient was brain dead before the surgery, the kidney functioning normally. Scientists hope this could help ease the desperate need for transplant organs. When we come back tonight, the walkout at Netflix and that news on the Queen.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. When it comes to saving money, the Marshalls are masterful. But back in the day, that was not the case. Today, savings is what drives them. That's why they chose Consumer Cellular.
You live and learn.
They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. Plus, AARP members get exclusive discounts. Switch today and get $100.
I'm still drawn to what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to AFib not caused by a heart valve problem. So if there's a better treatment than warfarin, that's the trail I want to take. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk better than warfarin and has less major bleeding than warfarin. Eliquis has both.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Are you leaving the house like that?
Like what?
Old man elbows? You can thank your father for that. You need Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion to soften those suckers up.
I love it. Thanks, Mom.
Okay. I'm free for dinner. And energizing citrus body butter. Jergens.
Age-related macular degeneration may lead to severe vision loss.
So the National Eye Institute did 20 years of clinical studies on a formula found in Preservision.
If it were my vision, I'd ask my doctor about Preservision.
It's the most studied eye vitamin brand.
If it were my vision, I'd look into Preservision.
Preservision A-Reds 2 contains the exact nutrient formula recommended by the NEI to help reduce the risk of moderate to advanced AMD progression.
I have AMD. It is my vision, so my plan includes Preservision.
Introducing Fidelity Income Planning. We look at how much you've saved, how much you'll need, and build a straightforward plan to generate income, even when you're not working. A plan that gives you the chance to grow your savings and create cash flow that lasts. Along the way, we'll give you ways to be tax efficient, and you can start, stop, or adjust your plan at any time without the unnecessary fees. Talk to us today so we can help you go from saving to living.
I was told to make plans for dying. I would like it to be as dramatic as I am.
She wants to be with her son, but there's so many dangers.
I've been given a second chance at life.
I love you, Mama.
Everything that I've encouraged other people, will it be true for me too? I'm trying to look dead for a dramatic ending.
To the Index, and tonight, some Netflix employees staging a walkout in Los Angeles today. Protesters angry over comedian Dave Chappelle's new Netflix special, The Closer, saying some of his comments are anti-trans. Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos criticized for supporting Chappelle. He told Variety he mishandled criticism, that he should have been more thoughtful. That special remains on Netflix. And Queen Elizabeth canceling her trip to Northern Ireland, hosting a reception at Windsor Castle just last night, but doctors have now advised her to rest for a few days. The palace offering no further details, saying the Queen is in good spirits. When we come back here tonight, the mother redefining what it means to be a soccer mom.
Your mission: stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq Relief. Rinvoq. Make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
Start your day with Crest 3D White. And from mochachinos to Merlot, your smile will always be brilliant. Crest 3D White Brilliance. 100% stain removal, 24-hour stain resistance to lock in your whitest smile. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
There are beautiful ideas that remain in the dark. But with our new multi-cloud experience, you have the flexibility you need to unveil them to the world.
The Dove Beauty Bar makes my skin feel fresh. I've encouraged Serena, my best friend, to switch. Feels moisturized and clean. My friend Stephanie, her skin was dry. I'm like, girl, you better get you some Dove.
She hooked me up. With the Quarter Moisturizing Cream, Dove cleans effectively and cares beautifully.
Living with metastatic breast cancer means being relentless.
Because every day matters. And having more of them is possible with Verzenio, the only one of its kind proven to help you live significantly longer when taken with fulvestrant, regardless of menopause.
Verzenio plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters.
And I want more of them.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
The Wednesday evening. Coming up after World News Tonight, what parents need to know about the Biden administration's plan to get vaccines to kids as young as 5. And a windy day with some sunshine, but plenty of rain on the way. I'll tell you all about it. Hope to see you at 6.
Finally tonight here, when you go off to college and your mom comes with you. Tonight, mother and son, Brandy and Maverick Mitchell. This mom redefining what it means to be a soccer mom. That's because Brandy, at 45 years old, has enrolled at Miramar College in San Diego, where her son Maverick is a freshman. The two both going to school and both playing sports. Her son Maverick, a goalie on the water polo team, #1 in the red cap.
1, 2, 3, Jets!
And across campus,
1, 2, 3, Jets!
Mom, Brandy, a co-captain of the women's soccer team. Mom stretching, practicing, and scoring. And it's not just sports. One of her classes on computers, right there in the classroom, her son too. And right here tonight, after practice.
Hi, David.
Brandy and Maverick.
I play on the women's soccer team. Yes, at my age, I fortunately have enough of the skill level and the energy to keep up with these young women who are more than half my age.
And what's it like going to school with your mom?
It's been very cool to be in the class with her because I've been able to do all my work together.
He actually checks in with me to make sure that I'm getting my homework done, that I'm keeping on top of my test preparation.
Tonight, the son and the soccer mom and their message.
Never give up, no matter what age you are.
Just because you didn't get a chance to do something when you were quote unquote young, doesn't mean you won't get a chance later on.
I just love these two. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
I'm Jared Sessler. Nemo Residio means nobody left behind in Latin. It's heartbreaking to know that in Afghanistan, Americans and our allies were abandoned behind enemy lines. This is a national disgrace like we've never seen before. Today, as your neighbor, and tomorrow in Congress, I will stand firm to ensure this never happens again. Go to jaredsessler.com today to contribute. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
It's always a great time to buy a new Honda from your Southeastern Washington Honda dealers. With many new Hondas arriving daily, your Southeastern Washington Honda dealers can show you all available inventory, whether it's in stock or on the way. That way, you can pre-order the model, color, and options you want, and when your new Honda arrives, you can pick it up the very same day. And with used cars still in record high demand, your trade-in is worth more now than ever. See all your savings at scwashingtonhondadealers.com.
Warp into a galaxy of